championship career.
Yeah, I
Meeting fans, talking to them. They love the show. They love our content. he's talking to me about Ryan Garcia fight. It was a mega fight. I don't want to look ahead that far, but there is a fight with Lomachenko out there. There are great fights out there, not at 140. I think 135 is the spot for Tank. He did say this week that if he was to go to 140, he thinks he'll fight Ryan Garcia again. And he would go to 140 for that. But I don't know if Ryan Garcia goes to go down to 140. Who he apparently on his way to Vegas. But yes, that's why we're here. We're at Tank versus Martin Benavidez. Benavidez top on the scale today. First time at 175 pounds. Talked to him yesterday. Still cutting weight, but he's was also like cutting weight and probably almost 400 pay-per-view or
He kills the media. He's so good. He's great.
He's awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, if he wins this fight, his favorite to do so. Canelo fight obviously is always there, but it's not operating. David is doing as well, of course. He would go to 125. Because the people are better than us. If there's not a rematch there, Benavidez is going to win. He's going to get a B-ball. He's going to get a better deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up in a few short moments, as Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin are making their way into the Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas. It is going to be a sensational night of boxing, the 100th championship fight night in the history of the MGM Grand Garden Arena. It is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. Gervonta Davis, Frank Martin go head-to-head. But first up, we have outstanding prelims that come your way at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 local time. Miguel Flores handling the ring announcing duties for those matchups. We have Elijah Garcia, 21 years of age, 16-0, 13 knockouts from Phoenix, Arizona, matching up against Kyron Davis from Wilmington, Delaware, trained under the guidance of Stephen Breadman Edwards. Also, to begin our prelim portion, this is going to be a heck of a matchup between, it features Mexico against the Philippines. From Mexico, you have Eduardo Ramirez, who has been in the ring against the likes of Isaac Cruz. He's a tricky southpaw, taking on Mark Magsayo of the Philippines, who had a heck of a battle last March against Brandon Figueroa. Magsayo, the former WBC featherweight champion of the world. So, those are our first two prelim matchups, our pay-per-view 4 championship fights. We'll start off with Carlos Adames squaring off and defending his WBC middleweight championship of the world against the 2012 United States Olympian, a man who's been inside the ring against the likes of Tim Tszyu. It is Terrell Gausha looking to become a world champion. Also, we have Gary Antoine Russell from Capitol Heights, Maryland, 17-0, with all of his wins coming by way of knockout. He has a 100% knockout percentage as he will match up against Alberto Puello, who's undefeated from the Dominican Republic. Puello, the former WBA super lightweight champion of the world. That one is for the interim WBC super lightweight championship of the world. Co-main event, David Benavidez, the super middleweight champion of the world. He goes up making his light heavyweight debut against Alexander Wojcik. Wojcik, back in December of 2018, knocked out Adonis Stevenson by vicious 11th round knockout. He's the former WBC light heavyweight champion of the world from Ukraine. In our main event, Gervonta Tank Davis goes after victory number 30. He's undefeated, coming off of a spectacular performance last April at nearby T-Mobile Arena when he knocked out Ryan Garcia. He will square off against Frank Martin, who's 18-0, 12 knockouts, trained under the guidance of Derek James. Ladies and gentlemen, from top to bottom, this is a massive night in boxing. It is being promoted by GTD Promotions along with TGB Promotions, Samson Boxing, and Mandel Promotions. I will now turn it over to Miguel Flores for the weigh-in. Las Vegas, make some noise! It's weigh-in time officially.
No, but I heard about that. Teddy Atlas was, and he was saying that it was not. This is not them. It was a long time ago.
But Benavidez by KO minus 190.
The return of superstar Tank Davis. Will he steamroll unbeaten power puncher Frank the Ghost Martin?
Bring it on.
Plus, David Benavidez is on a mission to wreak havoc on the light heavyweight division, starting with Alexander Gvozdyk, 2 of boxing's biggest names, 1 explosive event. Warriors only, Saturday, June 15th, live on PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video.
Talk about afterwards and next week, because I honestly think he let him off a little bit by going 175, so he just knows something that we don't. Obviously, should know something that we don't, because he's the fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Premier Boxing Champions presents our official weigh-in. Tomorrow will mark the 100th championship fight night in this historic venue, and it is all headlined by 2 world title bouts: Tank versus Martin and Benavidez versus Wojcik, only on pay-per-view with Prime Video. It is all brought to you by GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, Samson Boxing, and Man Down Promotions. Sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours, and El Mexicano brand products, bringing authentic sabor to your table. Somos El Mexicano. Preceding the pay-per-view tomorrow, we have our PBC
there,
on Prime
make 147
Video
look
prelims, and they all kick off at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 p.m. Pacific. Now, let's meet our first bout on those prelims. It will be 8 rounds in the super featherweight division. Introducing first with a record of 15 victories, including 9 wins by knockout, opposite of 8 defeats and 2 draws. Representing Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, here is Angel Cachorro Contreras.
Gaucher, they were saying it up on the stage.
So Gaucher, I was saying that wrong. Gaucher, very, very good fighter, but he's a 54 pounder. His best fights are at 154.
And now introducing his opponent, his record stands unblemished, 5 victories with 3 by knockout. Representing Whittier, California, here is Justin Chosen Veloria.
I'm curious to see what Carlos can do with a guy like Gaucher, because he is the kind of guy that does test you. Dropped him Zoo. So,
once again, this is 8 rounds in the super featherweight division. We have a weight limit of 130 pounds. All right, getting set to step onto the scale first. Once again, out of Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, here is Angel Cachorro Contreras.
Yeah, I'm always excited to see Carlos Tevez. I'm a big fan of his. Dominican Republic, not a lot of world champions, not a lot of great fighters throughout history, but he is
129.8, 129.8 for Contreras.
First fight of the night. Second fight of the night, another Dominican, Alberto.
And now, stepping onto the scale once again, the young and talented Justin Chosen Veloria.
Gary Antoine Russell, another inactive fighter. He's a Russell, so therefore he is inactive.
129.8, also 129.8 for Veloria.
Has a 100% knockout rate. I want to see Gary Antoine Russell busy. I think he's really good at 140. I think he's the wild card at 140. I think he's a dark horse at 140. Like this fight, don't know much about Puello. I haven't seen him fight in such a long time. Like, he has power, but okay, why do he have power? Because he was on PEDs, so it's really hard to gauge him. I'm focused more on Gary Antoine Russell.
This will be our first bout, kicking things off for the PBC prelims tomorrow on Prime Video, live and free. Angel Contreras taking on Justin Veloria.
Well, it is not a power. I know a lot about this guy because I was trying to fight him for a long time. They wouldn't. He had a world.
Well, you're retired now, Chris, so you're never going to fight him.
Well, I'm telling you why I know so much about him. So he won the title against one of my former sparring partners, and in a very close fight. And I was like, okay, let's fight this guy tomorrow or yesterday or wherever. And it couldn't.
All right, now let's introduce our second fight for the prelims. Once again, PBC presents 10 rounds in the super featherweight division. Coming to the stage now with the record of 28 victories, 13 by knockout. Opposite of 3 defeats and 3 draws. Out of Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico, here is Eduardo Zurtito Ramirez.
Awkward, makes it ugly, but knows how to fight, knows how to win. That was very similar, maybe a little more physical than Bartholomew, especially lately. But I think it's a similar style for him to deal with. And I would imagine Russell will go out there
and now introducing his opponent with 25 victories, 17 by knockout, and just 2 defeats. Representing Tagbiloran City, Bohol, Philippines, he is the former WBC featherweight world champion, the action-packed fighter, Mark Magnifico Magsayo.
Gervonta is a big-time favorite. He told me in the CVS aisle 2. He's going to get a KO in round 8. So that's where I'm putting my money on. I would not be shocked. I was talking all week that Martin could go the distance. But learning from you, Chris, I'm taking in the weigh-ins.
And now getting set to step onto the scale first. Once again, out of Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico, here is the talented Eduardo Zurtito Ramirez.
I like this fight. I think Tank is just on another level. I like late stoppage for Gervonta Davis, and then maybe we get that
129 on the dot, 129 for Ramirez.
I think he's matured a lot.
And now let's bring his opponent, the former featherweight champion, Mark Magnifico Magsayo.
those lighter weight classes, and there's a big knock on who he's fought.
129.4, 129.4 for Matsayo.
He's got a lot of attention, obviously, because he's very, very exciting. We'd love him on our show, obviously. But I think now, at the age where he's at, he's 29.
About to turn 30, yeah.
Yeah. So now I think it looks like it's one of those, like, all right, now we're ready to run, and now we're only going to fight big guys. And I really hope that's the case, because Tank is a super talented guy in the sport. And I also have watched him grow and mature with the media, the way he does his interviews, the way that he's showing more of himself, the way that he's attacking guys away and verbally, the way that he's not physically attacking guys away, but he's just showing, he's like, I'm big brother.
This will be our second fight on the PBC prelims with Prime Video tomorrow night.
I am that dude.
Eduardo Zurdito Ramirez against Mark Magnifico Matsayo.
But he's in a little over his head. He's not been at this level yet, and he's got a guy in front of him.
Once again, our PBC prelims begin on Prime Video tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 p.m. Pacific.
That we need to see.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to begin our pay-per-view portion of things. Let's turn it over to the legendary Jimmy Lennon Jr.
That was the best Tank I've ever seen. He was so dialed in. His boxing IQ. We did our live right after. Remember what I said, Dan? He didn't out-punch him. He didn't out-fight him. He out-fought him. Tank is a very high boxing IQ, and I think we're going to see that again. Because Frank is very smart. He's a very, very good, very, very technical, physical guy. Obviously big. We see him at the weight. But I think he's going to push Tank in ways that we need to see Tank in.
Yeah, I want to see Frank push. I want to see Frank push the tempo. When you push the tempo against a counter puncher, you leave yourself open. And Tank, I believe, is the best counter puncher in boxing right now. It's either him or Canelo. I just think Tank has more power at this point. Canelo is a great counter puncher.
Tank's the best puncher in the sport.
Yeah, hands down. And I agree with a lot of things he said. He is maturing. He is very authentic. That's the thing that separates him from a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to the world-famous MGM Grand Garden Arena, celebrating 100 championship nights of boxing as Premier Boxing Champions presents the official weigh-in for the PBC pay-per-view on Prime. Special event brought to you by GTD Promotions and TGB Promotions. Wefans, our opening pay-per-view attraction features a World Championship bout. It is brought to you in association with Samson Boxing. Let's bring our fighters to the scale and the stage at this time. First, we present, originally from Cleveland, Ohio, now training in Southern California, a 2012 U.S. Olympian, a current world rank contender. Please welcome Terrell Gaucher.
No one really knows what's going on. Outspoken guy. But I feel like Tank is looking around.
And we welcome to the stage at this time his opponent, training in Las Vegas by way of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. The newly crowned WBC middleweight champion of the world, introducing Carlos Bronco Adame.
You love watching Canelo. I honestly think you guys fight the same. Yeah, no, I'm actually looking at the So, he told me he's looking up his volume.
And it looks like our fighters are just about ready to come to the scale at this time. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Weight limit on this fight is 160 pounds. First, please welcome to the scale the challenger, record of 24-3-1 with 12 knockouts, making his second attempt at a world title. Please welcome Terrell Gaucher.
It's a fun fight, and it could lead to something bigger.
Terrell Gaucher weighs in right at the limit of 160 pounds. 160 pounds. And now his opponent, the defending champion with a record of 23-1 with 18 knockouts, making the first defense of his title. Here is the defending WBC middleweight champion of the world, Carlos Bronco Adame.
Certain hand positions and body positions where you down the side,
Carlos Adames weighs in at 159.2 pounds. 159.2 for the champion.
just goes with the moment. Whatever's there. It could be uppercut up the lead hand, rear hand. It could be the left hand on the top. It could be the hook. He can kick from the forward, from backwards. He's just a fighter, and I think that's why he is so endearing for fighters and a lot of fans. True fighting fighters like to watch. Just like Canelo. Canelo said he can't fight a lot. Because the things that he does are so fluid and athletic and smooth, but also delivers tremendous power and it's great balance. And when he needs to, he can be but I think ultimately he's always using it. And he's so active early on. I gotta be careful. Oop, I hit my shoulder hard, right? See that? Oop, I see that. Okay, boom. Take that in. Yeah, remember that. Boom, boom, boom. Bang. Okay, boom. Okay, does that boom, catches, bang. And then he takes that moment. So like, all right, I got it. And then he's got it. And that's why he's so much fun. Canelo's very, very different. He's more of a breaking down.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Opens up our pay-per-view portion of our big night of action tomorrow night. It's the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Carlos Bronco Adames versus Terrell Gausha.
So, and I think Gausha had everyone. I don't think Canelo was ever.
Premier Boxing Champions continues with our official weigh-in. At this time, we present a battle of undefeated super lightweights. Scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing presented in association with Samson Boxing. At this time, we welcome our fighters to the stage. First, fighting out of Las Vegas by San Juan de la Maguana in the Dominican Republic. Here is the former undefeated WBA super lightweight champion of the world. Please welcome Alberto La Vispa Puello.
TKO rather than him not reaching the 10 count. All right, so final predictions. I have Tank in the 8th round. That's what you told me. I like Benavidez.
And now we invite his opponent to the stage at this time, representing the renowned boxing family from Capitol Heights in Maryland. He'll be making his first attempt at a world title. Here is the undefeated world rank contender, Gary Antoine Russell.
Place a bet on himself to knock out Payne Garcia in round 2 of the 2017 fight. And he came out, and Thurman came out throwing bombs in round 2. It was not true. He bet on himself. $30 million fight.
All right, fans, let's bring our fighters to the scale. 12 rounds of boxing. The interim WBC Super Lightweight World Championship weight limit is 140 pounds. First, undefeated at 22-0 with 10 knockouts. The former undefeated WBA Super Lightweight World Champion Alberto La Vispa Puello.
I'm very hungry. I'm actually taking the red eye because I got to get home for family.
139.8 pounds, 139.8 pounds for Alberto Puello. And now to the scale, his opponent with an outstanding perfect record of 17 wins, no losses, all 17 wins coming by way of knockout. The 2016 U.S. Olympian, the hard-hitting, undefeated world rank contender. Here is Gary Antoine Russell.
What's the time difference there? All right, we have to figure that out. I'm ready to go. You know I'm over. Nice.
138.2 pounds, 138.2 for Gary Antoine Russell.
Adrian, if you DM me in the next
and now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our fighters square up, face off. The last time they'll see each other before they meet in the center of the ring tomorrow night. And we want to bring to your attention the action is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And El Mexicano brand products bringing authentic sabor to your table. Somos El Mexicano. Fighters going to square off just one moment.
In time. All right, everybody, keep your hands up at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Stay out of those DMs so that everyone enjoys the fights and they watch them on ppv.com. See ya.
Hold that, please. Stay tuned. But before we start with that, I did find a special guest who's here today that I wanted to grab him and pull him in because I know you guys are definitely going to want to hear from him. This is Sean Porter.
interim WBC Super Lightweight Championship. Gary Antoine Russell versus Alberto La Vispa Puello. And now, fighters, and to lead us in this interview, please welcome talented combat sports reporter Jordan Plant.
We always knew, like, hey, he's strong enough to weather this storm.
We'll have my colleague Martin Batzer translate for us. Puello, 2 undefeated fighters. Someone's always got to go. How do you ensure you get the victory tomorrow night?
Esta pelea entre dos peleadores invictos. Alguien lo tiene que perder. ¿Cómo ves que será esta pelea mañana por la noche?
Será una pelea bastante interesante, ya que yo vengo a dar el todo por el todo. Me preparé muy bien para esta oportunidad y vengo a dejarlo todo arriba del ring y a darle un buen espectáculo a todo este público bello.
It's going to be a great fight, a very interesting fight. I came here to give my all, and most importantly, to give you all beautiful fans a great fight to remember.
Most of your fights have been in the Dominican Republic, and this is your first time fighting in Las Vegas on pay-per-view. How much more added motivation does that bring?
Esta va a ser tu primera vez peleando en un pay-per-view en Las Vegas después de tantos años luchándola en República Dominicana. ¿Hay un significado especial para vos en estar en este escenario?
Claro que sí, significa mucho para mí estar de vuelta y en un escenario como este me siento muy contento, gracias a PBC por darme la oportunidad. Quiero demostrar que soy digno de pelear y ganar un título mundial nuevamente y dar las mejores peleas.
Well, I am really grateful and really happy to be in this stage. It does have great meaning to me because it's going to be a great card. I want to thank PBC for giving me this opportunity, and I want to prove to all of you that I'm worthy of this stage, that I can fight for world titles, and that I'm eager to go for more.
Thank you so much. Buena suerte.
And sure enough, as we
Now
got
we'll
out
hand
of our
up.
season, started making our way out.
I want to say happy birthday, the big 28 today. Guys, give it up for him. It's his birthday today. All right, so you're 17-0, 17 KOs. But Puello's the first opponent you'll face with an undefeated record, and he's a former world champion. Does that type of challenge excite you at all?
Not at all. This is a stepping stone. You know, I'm doing this for the Washingtonians and everybody back in Capitol Heights. You know, it's a lineage that I gotta work forward to. You know, and I'm gonna just keep that hard work and blood, sweat, and tears that I went through. You know, I'm not gonna let that go in vain. So I'm gonna come up here and show my showcase style and let everybody know that I'm coming to win. Stay victorious, keep my O, keep my knockout, everything. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all a juicy show. I know that's what y'all come to see.
I heard you say earlier this week that you feel like Puello's going to make you have to bring a few more tools out of your arsenal. Can you give the fans a hint on what those tools might be?
I can't give y'all that hint. I'll be giving y'all too much sauce. You know, but just stay tuned. It's going to be a juicy match. This is the perfect platform to show y'all.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Gary Antoine. Good luck tomorrow night.
All right, fans, here we go. Premier Boxing Champions continues with the official weigh-in, as at this time we move to our co-main event of the evening and a battle of champions for the interim WBC light heavyweight world title, brought to you by GTD Promotions and TGB Promotions in association with Samson Boxing. Welcome our fighters to the stage at this time. First, training in Southern California by way of Kharkiv, Ukraine. Please welcome the former WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander "The Nail" Volstik.
Plus, David Benavidez is on a mission to wreak havoc on the light heavyweight division, starting with Alexander Volstik, two of boxing's biggest names, one explosive event. Saturday, June 15th.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Phoenix, Arizona, making his light heavyweight debut, the two-time WBC super middleweight champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David El Monstro Benavidez. we go. Let's bring our fighters to the scale. Once again, 12 rounds of boxing. WBC interim light heavyweight world title. Weight limit 175 pounds. First, please welcome a 2012 Olympic bronze medalist with a record of 20 wins. Only one defeat with 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Making his return to the ring, please welcome to the scale the former WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander "The Nail" Volstik. Fighting out of the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, training in Dallas, 174.2 pounds, 174.2 for Alexander "The Nail" Volstik. And his opponent holds an undefeated record of 28-0 with 24 knockouts. One of the young, hard-hitting stars of the sport, the two-time WBC super middleweight champion of the world, David El Monstro Benavides. 174.2, 174.2 for the Mexican monster. From Baltimore, Maryland, here is Gervonta Tank Davis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, main event commence on the stage. Just to give you an idea of what you can expect on Saturday. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's 12 rounds of boxing. The WBC interim light heavyweight world title. David El Monstro Benavides versus Alexander "The Nail" Volstik in a co-main event of the evening. Now to hear from both of our fighters, once again, please welcome acclaimed combat sports reporter Jordan Plant.
Alexander, you've been at 175 your entire career. You fought some of the best in that division. What's your final message to David Benavides before tomorrow night?
Well, now it's time to fight one of the best in 168 who's moving up in 175.
Enough said right there. And you took a 4-year break from boxing, but you came back last year in 2023. What would it mean to you to win the WBC interim title tomorrow night?
It's an awesome and great opportunity to become a two-time world champion and become a, in general, world champion again.
Well, thank you so much and good luck tomorrow night. We'll see you then. Now I'll head over to David. David, good to see you. The last time you stepped on the scale anywhere close to 175 was in 2015, almost 10 years ago. What can the fans expect to see from you tomorrow night with that extra weight and that extra energy?
You could see an even more destructive monster in the ring, and I feel amazing. I can't wait to go in there and give you guys a hell of a performance. Pero le quiero dar las gracias a toda mi gente y toda mi raza que vinieron a apoyar. Los quiero mucho y sábado vamos por la victoria.
And what's your prediction for this fight?
I'm going for the knockout. The monster always goes for the knockout, and that's what I'm going to get this Saturday.
What kind of message do you think that's going to send to the light heavyweight division if you, at your first fight at this weight class, if you can stop a guy?
It's just going to let everybody know I'm here, and the new champion is coming soon.
All right, good luck. We'll see you in the ring tomorrow night. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
And here we go from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Premier Boxing Champions presents the weigh-in for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Man Down Promotions. Sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. And El Mexicano brand products, bringing authentic sabor to your table. Somos El Mexicano. Well, fans, let's bring our fighters to the stage at this time. First, the challenger from Detroit and training in Dallas, Texas. He'll be making his first attempt at a world title. Here is the undefeated world-ranked lightweight contender, escorted by his promoter, former welterweight world champion Errol Spence. Please welcome Frank, the Ghost Martin. introducing the defending world champion from Baltimore, Maryland. Please welcome the popular, the hard-hitting, five-time three-division champion of the world, Gervonta Tank Davis. And it looks like our fighters are ready to get started a little bit early. First, let's bring them to the scale. 135 pounds is the weight limit for the WBA Lightweight Championship of the World. First, ladies and gentlemen, undefeated with a record of 18 wins, no losses, and 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the undefeated all-action challenger introducing Frank the Ghost Martin.
It's something we call experience. You gain that over a period of time.
134.4 pounds, 134.4 for Frank the Ghost Martin.
All right, he's special.
And now we bring the defending champion to the scale. His record 29 wins, no losses, 27 knockouts to his credit. One of boxing's pound-for-pound superstars, the defending WBA lightweight champion of the world, Gervonta the Tank Davis.
Saying it's going to it's going to be over.
Gervonta Tank Davis weighs in at a trim and ready 133.4 pounds. The fight is on for the WBA Lightweight Championship of the World.
Spencer Jr.
I'm happy to be here. This is going to be what y'all laughing at? You know, I can't talk, man. He can talk. It's just about all he can do. And come Saturday night, I guarantee you, Frank gonna put on a great show and a great performance. He's ready for this moment. He's been ready for this moment for a long time. And Tank gave him an opportunity. Come Saturday night, I guarantee he's gonna put on a great show and a great performance and show everybody why he is the best 135 pounder in the world. And the new WBA welterweight champion of the world, Frank Martin. We're gonna give you a Father's Day gift, Daddy Martin, on Saturday night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we heard from Errol Spence Jr., and I'm looking forward to talking with both of you about events in a few short moments. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and bring up one of the esteemed trainers for the Challenger, the lead trainer of the Challenger. This man has been in the corner of many world champions and is certainly an astute mind in the sport of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Derek James.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the WBA Lightweight World Championship main event, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank the Ghost Martin. Do not blink, do not miss this all-action main event of the evening.
On Saturday night at the MGM
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from both of our fighters. I turn it over to Jordan Plant.
Frank, that was a very intense stare down. Can you tell the fans what was being said right there?
We just both ready. You know, we ready for tomorrow. I'm stepping on his ass tomorrow, period.
I want to acknowledge one of the trainers, Kenny Ellis,
Do
ladies and
you
gentlemen.
enjoy being the underdog in all this, and does it give you extra motivation?
I love it. I love it. I'm so happy that there's so many people in this arena that's sleeping on me. It's a blessing. You know what I mean? I'm a dog and I'm coming out on top. I don't give a damn who he is. I'm coming out on top tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, you have the opportunity to change your life if you win this fight. How surreal is this moment for you?
This everything. You know, this moment right here, you know what I mean? If y'all see me get emotional in that ring tomorrow after I get that dub, it's from all the hard work that I've been putting, all the sacrifices. You know what I mean? I'm coming out on top tomorrow, so just know that.
Good luck. Thank you so much. That's a very focused Frank Martin, everybody. Now I'll head over to Gervonta Davis. The WBA lightweight champion of the world, Gervonta Davis. Your face-offs are always intense, and I saw you even went over there and said a little something to him in the beginning. Is that something you plan, or you just kind of feel it in the moment?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'll say it again. I saw you walk over there earlier and say something to Frank Martin, and your face-offs are always kind of fun. Is that something you plan, or do you just feel that in the moment?
I'm just getting in his head. He can't even make weight. He been working for a minute to make weight, so.
All right, so you don't plan that. Well, I want to know, is this going to be the most dangerous Gervonta Davis we've seen yet? Because you said you've got a lot built up. You're going to take it out on him.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy out there, so hope he prepared and hope he been training hard, so tomorrow is going to be a great night for the sport of boxing.
I agree with that. Now, I know you bring out some of the biggest rap artists in the game when you walk to the ring. Who's walking with you to the ring tomorrow night?
Got turned in or be here tomorrow to see.
Can you give the fans a hint and say what city is he from?
Can't do that. Can't do it.
All right, well, we're going to be looking forward to that. And I also want to know, you've been out 14 months. Have you been practicing that backflip?
Yeah. You want to see?
Hey! Love it. Good luck to you tomorrow night. Everyone, Gervonta Davis!
Thank you everyone for your attendance. That's the main event of the evening. WBA lightweight world title and a big night of action taking place. Pay-per-view begins at 5 p.m. It's Premier Boxing Champions presents PBC pay-per-view on the Prime. We'll see you then, everybody. See you tomorrow night.
Chavez against Frank Martin. Certainly Chavez and first loss of his career. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up the man class of 18.
The return of superstar Tank Davis. Will he steamroll unbeaten power puncher Frank the Ghost Martin? Bring it on. Plus, David Benavidez is on a mission to wreak havoc on the light heavyweight division, starting with Alexander Vazdik, two of boxing's biggest names, one explosive event. Warriors only, Saturday, June 15th, live on PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video.
Television debut back on April 20th, 2021, when he knocked out Jerry Perez by outstanding 7th round knockout. And his trajectory has been going upwards ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Detroit, Michigan, the undefeated lightweight contender. Here is Frank the Ghost Martin.
We are at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel Casino in Hollywood, Florida. We're just down the road, just down the hall. Avery Broder will take on Blair Cobbs in a much-anticipated welterweight contest. The wedding will take place in about a half hour. In the meantime, I can grab some guests. I have the former undisputed, undisputed, or was it Nate Campbell will be working Antonio Bang Williams' corner tomorrow night. Nate, what's going on?
Man, it's nothing. Everything is good. Great time. Had a great time in training camp with this young man. He really restored my faith in boxing.
You've since you retired, you've trained some fighters here and there. What? How did the union with Antonio Williams come along?
I met him. and
right,
had a sit-down talk with him. And he seemed like he wanted to do something and wanted to fight. And I said, okay, I'm going to help you. And I gave him my word, and he said, I give you my all. And he's giving me his all every day.
Being the former unified lightweight champion, it's a lightweight fight. Tell us what we see in the young man.
I don't know if you remember this.
He has a lot of skill. I didn't know he was as skilled as he was. And he can actually punch better than I thought he could. Really good puncher. I brought in really solid amateurs and pros to come in and fight with him. I haven't sparred with him for this fight. He got a good work.
This is a fight, I'm sure, you being a real student of the game that you are, you probably look at Antonio Perez, your opponent. What do you see in him without giving too much away? I mean, just very, to talk about what you see in Perez, your opponent.
I've commentated him, so
and when you see him main event
because I've seen him fight on multiple occasions, he's going to come and do exactly what he tried. He's going to try to do what he wants to do. Our job is to stop it. Our job is to make sure that in the midst of everything that's going on, we stop it.
Electrifying and exhilarating.
These are two fighters
Ladies
who are
and gentlemen,
undefeated,
please
a little
welcome
unheralded, a little under the radar in the lightweight
knockouts,
division.
the
There's a winner of this fight, and for your case, so you believe and hope it's Antonio Bang Williams, that a new star in the lightweight division is being born.
WBA lightweight champion of the world.
And who
Here is
wins is going to be it's going to be elevated. The other thing, have to take a step back and reevaluate itself. But it's such a great division. There's no loser in this fight unless you just really quit.
We'll see you tomorrow night. Nate, thanks for a few minutes of your time. We'll see you up on the stage.
My personal team, Al Heyman, Amazon Prime, just everybody that played a big factor. I guess them too, but just come out this Saturday. It's gonna be a great fight, great undercard. Don't get no popcorn, don't get no juice, don't get nothing. Just make sure y'all locked in.
Next up, we're gonna grab Devon Williams.
I've been locked in for
we'll be opening up the show tomorrow night.
So I just want to come out and give a great performance.
He's got to do some quick paperwork.
Everybody that played.
So I'll be on the call with Christy Martin and Carl King. We have an all-star cast live on DonKing.com and Troller TV pay-per-view. Like I said, myself, Carl King, Christy Martin on the panel. Florida Boxing Hall of Famer Bob Alexander anchoring it with Albert Hainsworth. Noel McCallion will stop by. Trayshawn Wiggins will stop by. And a cast of thousands. It'll be a big night. We'll get Devon Williams in here.
So you're seeing him move a little bit.
Devon Williams will be opening up the pay-per-view tomorrow. Yeah, just look right there. Devon Williams will be opening up the pay-per-view tomorrow night. Talk about a big card tomorrow night.
Frank,
You're going to kind of set the tone for tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's going to be fireworks tomorrow, man. You don't want to miss it.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. There'll be a lot of people watching maybe you for the first time as we hear Blair Cobbs make his entrance in the background. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Your experience because you have been main eventing,
I like to put my punches together. I'm gonna put on a skillful match tomorrow, man. It's gonna be fireworks. I'm gonna be a lot of people's favorite boxer tomorrow.
What do you want to say to the fans out there?
About the fight and come out and watch tomorrow. It's gonna be an action-packed fight.
We have as Blair Cobbs walks by us. We'll see you tomorrow night opening up the show.
For sure. Nice.
It's gonna hit him though.
It ain't gonna hit me.
It's definitely, especially when I touch you.
Hey, we good over
definitely
here.
When I touch you.
Hey, you gonna get touched too. So what did you say?
If you can touch me.
What about if you could touch me,
bro?
Yeah. Tomorrow night, live 6 p.m. Eastern Time on DonKing.com. Troller TV pay-per-view. The big one, Blair Cobbs taking on Adrian Broner in a big welterweight contest. Big stakes at it for the winner tomorrow night is the Adrian Broner puppet just made an appearance here at the weigh-in. Also a big heavyweight bout between Cassius Chaney and Michael Hunter. We just talked to Nate Campbell, his guy Antonio Bang Williams taking on Antonio Perez. Ian Green against Roy Barringer and Devon Williams opening up the pay-per-view. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be back with Blair Cobbs in just a minute.
You've been watching me about people been watching me about a year.
I haven't been watching you for a year.
All right.
Not good enough for me to watch you for a year.
Okay. That's why we ain't been seeing you like that. You've been grinding. You've been working your ass.
Last time you did the workout, your shit was all cut up around here. Yeah, your shit was all cut up around here.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We got a couple days. We got like 3 days, bro.
Yeah.
3 days, and we in there, motherfucker.
Take
we in there.
Take that sponsored jewelry off.
Hey, we in there.
Take that sponsored jewelry off too.
That's cool.
That shit not yours.
That's cool.
Frank, it is Gervonta is headlined all over on pay-per-view many times over again. And he's done it here in Las Vegas as well on some massive fight nights. It's always a fighter's dream to be main eventing in Las Vegas, specifically at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. When you go up and down the strip here in Las Vegas, when you walk into the MGM Grand and you see your face and you see that you are on the poster, that
styling and profiling his way into the picture here. One of the two co-stars of the evening, Blair Cobbs taking on Adrian Broner. I started talking about a month ago. I saw you in Vegas. Now that we're finally here, we're just over 24 hours away. Tell us your thoughts.
My thoughts is
it won't hit me until I get the win.
Everything's just about right. Hey, what can I say? God is a miracle maker, and right now I'm living in miracles. I'm living in the perfect reality of everything I ever wished for.
It started about 3-4 weeks ago. You and Adrian playfully going at it in Don's office. Got a little contentious the other day at the press conference. Were you surprised by some of the things that Adrian said and affected it all?
Well, nothing quite affects me because I was born for this. But I can see that it's wearing on him. It's definitely getting to his head. But that's the game. That's the game that we play, and I'm just having a good time.
You feel this fight tomorrow night? I've asked you the question several times, several different ways. You were knocking on the door. You had the fight with Rocha. Whatever happened there happened. This is a fight that now puts you back in the mix. I think you used the term, puts you even higher up than when you were before the Rocha fight.
Absolutely. This is going to put me right up there where it needs to be. Blair the Flair is going straight to the top.
Not that you're in Vegas now, so I'm going to bring this to your attention. I don't know if you know this, but you have become the betting favorite in this fight. Were you aware of that?
You would've got some of the best.
That's so stupid.
You hear me?
That's so stupid.
You did everything.
For all
everything you feel that you did right.
Believe in Blair the Flair and the Blair the Flair movement. The most exciting man in boxing. It's truly an honor to be blessed and like to be in this moment right now. And I've never really been the favorite for any of my fights. I've been an underdog my whole life, and my whole story is an underdog story. And I'm gonna go out there and fight just like I've always have. But I thank all the people that are betting on me, that are wishing me the best, and that believes in the Flair.
What do you want to say to the fans in closing before we see you in the ring tomorrow night? The show starts at 6 o'clock, and maybe you'll be in the ring maybe around 9 o'clock Eastern.